My name is Jesse. I'm a chiropractor and I practice at Square One Active Recovery. This is a practice I started when I moved back to Singapore for about maybe 4 years ago. And I've been practicing just here for all my entire time in Singapore. Before this, I was in Australia and I mostly worked with athletes, so mostly high-level athletes, and didn't really practice at a specific place. So I moved around between clubs and things like that. At this point in time, everyone maybe would agree that at the very baseline, chiropractor is someone who works with musculoskeletal conditions. So that would be things like back pain, knee pain, rotator cuff issues, disc herniations and things like that. Anything within the muscle joints type of space, a chiropractor would probably be able to work with it. A lot of people would think a chiropractor is someone who do chiropractic adjustments. So that's not entirely true because I've completely moved away from it, so I don't do chiropractic adjustments anymore. The thing that I focus on is exercise and education at this stage. I would say when it comes down to what a chiropractor does, it would be really to help people with musculoskeletal conditions and actually being able to deliver results for them. Chiropractic training is quite standard around the world. So I would say in US it's about 4 years. I think in UK, Australia would be 5 years. The difference being in US it's a postgrad entry, so you need like a bachelor in something before you can do a chiropractic degree. So the program is a bit shorter, whereas like in Australia and in UK it's an undergrad entry, so it's just slightly longer because of that. As far as accreditation goes, there is nothing in Singapore at this stage, so chiropractic is totally not regulated. Anyone can call themselves a chiropractor. In Australia, there would be an allied health body that would govern chiropractors, and in US, they would have their own version of it. If you're a chiropractor who graduated from an American institute, you will receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree. So technically, because of that, you can call yourself like a doctor. If you graduate from areas like Australia or UK, you usually end up graduating with either a master's or like or a bachelor. So not really a doctorate level program. In those places as well, people still refer to chiropractors as doctors. So it's really more of a professional courtesy. In Singapore, I mostly work with people with back pain and neck pain, so usually spinal conditions. A lot of people, when they think of chiropractors, we still think of spinal-related issues. So back pain, neck pain are the reasons that people will come and see us. Occasionally, we do get people with shoulder and knee pain as well, and that's also within our scope because it's still under like the musculoskeletal framework. Just maybe less common, maybe 40% would be here because of neck pain, shoulder pain, whereas 60% would be because of either neck or back pain. I do work a lot with sports injuries, but in Singapore we have a smaller sports scene. So now maybe the amount of athletes that I work with is only like less than 10% of my practice. The demographic now is quite broad, I would say, maybe between 30 to about 40-ish, and after that we have a break, and then we would have people from like mid-50s onwards. So I think the main audience that really resonate with us are the people in 30s to 40s, and also because they're in the age group, some of them will actually send their parents here. So we have this little gap, and after that we have like this 65 and above group of people who are actually forced to come by their children, if you want to put it that way. Majority of the people we see are men at this stage, so maybe around 70% of the people that we work with are men. I think because of the way we practice, we don't really do much hands-on stuff, so we don't really do things that help people feel better. There's a lot of like hard work involved, and there's a lot of like exercise involved. When I first started, 90% of the people I work with were men, but now we're seeing like it's shifting towards more even balance, I would say. Yeah. The overlap between a chiropractor and a physiotherapist, I would say, is we both work with musculoskeletal conditions. So in terms of, let's say, back pain, neck pain, you can technically see a physiotherapist as well, and they would be equally good at addressing your condition. The biggest difference that is non-contentious is that physiotherapists do work with cardiorespiratory conditions or neurological conditions that chiropractors would not work with. So when we look at very severe asthma sort of rehab, or we look look at post-stroke rehab, we generally don't work with this demographic because it falls outside of musculoskeletal care. I guess it's fine to be skeptical of it. You know, at the end of the day, if you're skeptical of it, you should start off with is to do some research and to see, you know, what's actually out there and whether the initial thoughts or reservations about chiropractic are justified. Most of the time, if you were to look from a more big picture point of view, we don't see that the reservations to a chiropractic, especially those who practice within the evidence-based framework are warranted. We can see that there are papers or research that was published overseas when they compare outcomes between chiro and other health professions. The outcomes are equally good between professions, or maybe even better when it comes to chiropractor for back pain.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your regular dose of Asian health information.